Man United 1, Bournemouth 0. Liverpool drop points. They draw at home to Aston Villa. One more point separates us from Champions League football. And another clean sheet.
I'm happy with the clean sheet, obviously. Don't want to focus too much about opposition teams because obviously, yes, they are rivals, if you want to call it, for that top 4 spot. But we just have to focus on ourselves. And I think today's performance, it wasn't an amazing performance, but we got the job done. And that's all that matters. Sometimes games like this is you go away from home in that highlighter kit. Sunny day. That gives me bad memories. That gives me bad memories.
Whenever we play it, we're the ones who actually get highlighted for being crap, like when we wear that kit.
Exactly. So we got the job done, and I think that's the most important part. I think no matter what happens, yes, we need 1 point, but I think we need to go out and beat Chelsea. We need to go out and beat Fulham. We need to finish the season on a high note. We ain't done that in a while. All the time we end up last season, what was it? I think it was Palace away, last day of the season.
And we lost, and it's only because West Ham beat Brighton, I think, while we even got Europa League.
And then I think that a season or two before that, Everton, 4-0. It wasn't... So I just want us to go out on a high. We started the season poorly, let's finish it on a high note. And so for that reason, yes, 1 point kind of cements top 4 for us, but job's not done.
Job's not done yet. Still 1 more point to go. Who stood out for you today? Because it's another clean sheet. A lot of people talking about saying the defenders did really well. Obviously, David De Gea made some big saves. Attacking-wise, maybe not so much so. But who stood out for you?
For me, Lindelof obviously stood out for me just because I feel like he's played with multiple different partners this season. He's played, and I think him and Varane complement each other quite well. Albeit that Bournemouth actually were not too threatening. They had little moments of, opportunities of greatness, but they didn't really utilise it. But I do think Lindelof, like that last minute, he dunked on Solanke to get the ball out, clearance of a header. That is important. That is so important. And for so long, we've kind of boxed him. Well, not we, because I actually haven't. I've always thought he would be a good rotational centre-back. But a lot of fans have boxed him into, this category that he can't perform. And he's showing why he can be a backup option for us next season. We need centre-backs. It's clear as day that we need centre-backs on the bench. And he can be that option where you can rely on him. And I think today he was leading by example from the back. And I think Wan-Bissaka was good. I think he was quite good, especially going forward. He's in his, I'll call it, he's in an assist bag. Because in the moments where he's through, he's always trying to pick out the right pass. And he found Bruno for a good pass today. And it's things, again, that we've criticised him for lacking. And you can tell that he's obviously worked on it. And, I know a lot of people, Sancho will get a lot of slack. I was a bit harsh on him today, I think.
Looking back, you think you was...
Looking back, looking back, I feel like I was a bit harsh because now I'm thinking about it. Defensively in transition, he was poor, But there's some players who play in that position sometimes that are the exact same. So, okay, cool, that's number 1. Number 2, when you think of the moments of us in possession going forward, Sancho was always a part of it. He was always a part of it, him and Martial. The only issue is that because they were so compact, him and Martial, nobody was running in behind. And that's why a Garnacho or a Rashford, that's what they would do. But Sancho was doing the fundamental things that he does well. Keep retaining possession, playing well with other people. Obviously, second half, when he started to wake up a bit more, him and both Martial, they got hooked. And for me, that Martial hooking, I need to read up later on about what Ten Hag's.
Yeah, because I haven't had a chance to, and I don't think you have yet. Like as to why that happened, because people saying he went straight down the tunnel. Usually that's because there's an injury. But the way he kind of shrugged as if to say, well, me, okay.
He was like this.
Yeah, like to say me. Yeah. But then you either go down there for treatment, or it means you've stormed down there and haven't returned to the bench, that's Ronaldo-esque, getting into that territory.
Yeah, and I think like in the second half, when Martial did start to wake up and he was, a bit more explosive on the ball, and he ain't got the legs to, outpace people, but he was linking up pretty well. And he actually, there was a chance that he created. He was linking up well with Sancho, played the ball to Bruno. Bruno played a first-time pass, and then he tried to shoot. It got blocked, and it went for a corner. And that's what he started doing well in the second half. And then he just got taken off. Obviously, we don't know why. Weghorst did come on, and we were pressing a lot more. Bournemouth were sitting a lot more deeper in when they had the ball because we were pressing them. And I think that could be a reason why Weghorst came on. He definitely didn't come on to win headers because he don't do that. He never did that today. I don't even think I saw him do that. And there was actually some things that Weghorst did.
Scored.
He should have scored, and also he made some poor decisions. You know, there was a counter attack where it went wide, and he managed to like barge the defender, go to the right, and he played a high ball straight to Garnacho when there was 5 Bournemouth players in the box and just Garnacho. He would have been smarter just to hold it up. Obviously, I'm not the professional footballer, so I wouldn't know. But if Ten Hag in that instance is criticising maybe Martial for things that he did, I'm sure he's looking at that thinking, okay, well, Weghorst might not be an option for Chelsea, or he might not be for Fulham, because I don't know what Martial did so bad to get hooked before the 60th.
It's a mystery, isn't it? It's like a Martial mystery. It's like, why did that happen? I mean, we obviously will find out later on, hopefully, but it did seem odd, because like you said, at that point he was just growing into the game. On Bruno today, what did you make of his performance?
I don't think it was the greatest performance, you know. I will cut Bruno slack, because there's been so many times this season he's been key for us, he's been important for us, always runs, always gives 100. Players are allowed an off day, you know. In today's game, obviously, if the result was different, I think I would have been a lot more furious. But I'd rather he has an off day against Bournemouth than against Chelsea or Fulham, to be honest. And, you know, he had a few chances today where all he needs is that one thing. He just needs that one chance on goal, just that one good pass to kind of make a difference in the game. And we saw it today. Good shot that he took first time from a corner and the keeper saved it. It was actually like, I think it was dinking. The shot was dinking.
Yeah, it was a good
So
save.
Today, I'm not too harsh on him, because this is not a regular occurrence. But like I said, when you're a captain also, you have to lead by example. So he can't shout today at Sancho. He can't shout at, I don't know, Anthony, anyone that's making errors in the game, because he was making a lot, especially in the first 20-30 minutes. But he kind of grew into the game as the time went on. But a player of his caliber, especially that position that he plays, captain armband, leader, all of that stuff, you have to be 100% every day. Every game you have to be 100%. And that's why I'm cutting him a bit slack, because I know at the end of the day, footballers are humans.
He gives 100%, but today was when most of the things he tried with the ball just didn't come off, apart from the shot.
Exactly, it didn't come off. And that's why I'm like, you know what, footballers are human at the end of the day. They make mistakes. If it was an every game kind of thing, he's performing like this, I would be so critical of him. But, you know, I'd rather he performs like this against Bournemouth than he does against Chelsea.
Casemiro, a lot of people giving him a lot of plaudits today. Scored, he's the match winner. Let's talk about that before at the end. Almost saved the best for last. What a goal from Casemiro! And when we got him, obviously you wouldn't have maybe associated too many goals for him, but actually this year he scored some really important goals, and it's another important goal today to ensure we win the game.
And it's funny, because when he even came, a lot of people were like, "Oh, he ain't gonna score goals." And he scored some big goals for us.
I scored against Bournemouth last time as well.
And he scored Chelsea, that equaliser for us earlier in the season. He scored so many important goals. And just if you look at the goal, firstly, is from good play overall. It's Sancho, Bruno, Eriksen, everyone passing well, doing that Ten Hag thing where they pass the ball to each other quite well. And he runs into space, and Eriksen does what he does, finds players pretty well. And to continue running, even though when the ball, like as a player, to continue running when it looks like the ball ain't going to make it to you, and just by luck, the defender's deflection or whatever landed to Casemiro. But he still had a lot to do. He had to rotate his whole body, manage to get a good shot off, keep it as low as possible, whilst the ball is quite high up. He had to keep it quite low, and he did quite well. For me, that's a great goal. It's a very great goal to get it over the keeper at such a close range. Like, now that I'm deep in it, he was actually quite close to the keeper.
On the spin.
To get it over the keeper and score. And that's a good goal. And he deserves his plaudits. Today, he had some misplaced passes, but he was also, breaking down possession quite well.
I think he was dominant today.
He wasn't dominant, but one thing I like about Casemiro and even Eriksen, what they do well together is they both get forward quite well, because Luke Shaw kind of comes into that CDM position in transition. So it allows the two holding midfielders to get forward, and Casemiro contributes a lot. He actually had another chance. He had a shot that the keeper saved. Could have had
So most of our attacking moments came from Casemiro.
Yeah, exactly. I think he was good. I think he wasn't, I won't say he was 10 out of 10 man of the match performance, because he had some flaws, but when it counted the most, he was pretty good.
He's a big goal scorer. He has been this season, isn't he? Like, he scores in, like you said, the bit Chelsea away. He scored against Bournemouth, scored in the cup final. He gets scored today to give us the win. He scored quite a few big goals.
Yeah, and I think he needs a good partnership this next season. And that's not me criticising Eriksen, but what I would like to see is a player that can replace Eriksen in rotation where the levels don't drop. And that's what you want from your bench players. You want your bench players to come on, make a difference, and it's quality in their positions. Eriksen is obviously, he's sometimes when we see 70th minute, 80th minute, he's kind of lunging around, he's getting tired. If we can have someone similar to Eriksen in terms of quality and style of play, then we'll continue to get the best out of Casemiro and vice versa.
And who was your man of the match? I know, you said it on stream, didn't you? You agreed with
Yeah.
Lindelof?
Lindelof for me, man of the match performance. Got to give him respect.